Hi, hello, namaskar. You all are watching Punjab Kesari Navaday Times. I'm Namita Sushdev with you, and we have with us one Indian beauty who have always made us feel proud with her accomplishments by representing our very own nation, India, internationally. Yes, I'm talking about beautiful, gorgeous, and talented Neetu Chandra, who's with us right now. Neetu, I feel immense pleasure and honor to welcome you on our platform. How are you?
Thank you so much, Namita. This is such kind words, and I'm very good. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely perfect, and now I'm more delighted to see you today here. First of all, I would like to ask you, like, how does that feel representing our country internationally? Because you've not done for the very first time; you have done it earlier, also in school time, in sports, be it dance or in acting.
Well, when I was in ninth grade, I represented India in
Huh.
Taekwondo, and
Huh.
it was always a great feeling of standing when national anthem was sung, or
Hmm.
or leading the march past because of the sports background, and you work very hard, and you have the whole team together
Hmm.
playing and representing, and
Hmm.
you are one brown skin on the international platform, which feels actually
Huh.
nice. I think that time was also fabulous because the feeling of
Hmm.
patriotism was always there. And
Hmm.
I will tell you today also in my on my treadmill when I'm in a very uh, last moment of my workout and I have to really push myself hard, my music in my headphone is all of patriotism. So that's how seriously I take,
Hmm.
my country, our country at a different level. And I am so proud of the fact that I come from India and I come from Bihar, where girls don't dream of like becoming actors or sports girls, but I am representing India at that level. I'm so blessed and counting my blessings.
So, like now that Never Back Down has come out, how much happy do you feel, or are you happy with the way it has come out?
I think I'm very happy. I don't think, if correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there's any other, uh, you know, I don't know anybody who has got a break into mainstream, big studio Hollywood film as one of the main leads. And this is what has been told to me. And I was like, what? How is that
Hmm.
possible? It's like, yeah, I'm the first one to be taking to that level. I'm like, this, I can only call it
Wow.
blessing that I've been, launched by Sony Pictures. And what else could a martial artist coming from no background, nothing, literally could
Hmm.
ask for as an actor?
Hmm.
I'm very happy. And now that movie is released in India, I'm happy, excited, but yet nervous because after a long time, one of my movies is releasing. But I'm very confident that everybody will love it.
So, Neetu, did that make any difference somehow when you're working in Bollywood or you have worked in Hollywood?
Different in the sense what culture, work culture wise, or as a profession?
Everything, work culture wise,
Yeah,
first of all.
yeah. There are different things here. Like the way it's
Hmm.
managed here, the agencies here are totally different. For the biggest of the roles,
Hmm.
everybody has to audition. It's not like ऊपर ऊपर से सब कुछ चले जाते हैं ऐसा ही. Either it's an offer role or it's an audition role, and you need to audition for everything.
Hmm.
So basically, the talent is what is seen and what people will be attracted to, because as we Indians are always attracted to fair skin, thin body, and all of it.
Hmm.
That's not the criteria here, because they always
Hmm.
keep asking me which beach you have slept to get this skin color, and I'm like, come to India. So I think that's a joke, of course, but I always feel that here people look at you doing martial arts and theater, and body of work is such. So I appreciate that. I think it's high time we start doing that as well.
Can you take us through the journey of your audition be like for this movie?
Yes, I can. And you will be very surprised to know that there was no audition for me in this movie.
Huh.
Yeah, and I think
Oh.
that is also one of its kind. The story is that I've
Huh.
been
Huh.
coming here for 2 3 years now. So in 2019, 19 November, mm there was
Hmm.
a special screening for a movie called Bad Boys of Will Smith, which was at Sony Studio, Culver
Okay.
City in LA. I was invited for that, and I went
Uh,
there. I was talking to everyone there.
uh,
Met the producer David Zalon, and we started talking. And he said, Indian girls and Indian actors are so amazing. And he was talking about Aishwarya Rai for Pink Panther because that was also Sony's movie. And he said that, oh, Aishwarya Rai, we worked with her. And I said, yeah, we are so thankful to you guys that giving us such opportunities. And then he was like, what are you looking at? I said, I'm just looking at action movies right now. And I started laughing. I just said,
oh
and I
wow.
started laughing at it. I said, uh, action movies is what I'm looking at. And he was like, well, I'm an action
Uh,
producer, but think of it, there are so many beautiful looking girls across the globe, like all actors. But what is that can get us business? And we have to see the basics of it, and that made a lot of sense. Yes. So I just started laughing. I said, David, I'm a black belt for Dan in Taekwondo. I represented India 3 times, and I'm very good.
wow.
And
Wow.
when I
Amazing.
said I'm very good, and I looked at him and he looked at me for 5 seconds and he's like, I have an offer for you. I am a of Never Back Down
Wow.
franchise, and we're doing the fourth part right now. I would
Uh,
like you to come and meet my writer at the studio day after tomorrow. Is that possible? I said, sure, I will. And I was taking everything as like a pinch of salt. It was coming to me, I was answering. I was
uh,
not thinking that, oh my God, ye ho jayega, ye nahi hoega. I was not thinking of
uh,
anything. What I was doing is living in that moment. He asked me this. I said yes. He told me what is the business I can get because there are so many pretty girls. How do you discriminate? How do you cast anybody who could be who could get uh, what the person can get on the table for the producers to see? All made a lot of sense. I was just going by the way it was coming to me, and that's what came to me. I said I will, and after a day, yeah, I came and met Audrey, who's the writer of the movie, and we had lunch together. By the end of the lunch, David told Audrey, design a character around Neetu and her skills after having a meeting.
oh wow.
And this is, I think, the first time that if you ask David also, he would tell you, or my director, Kenny Madison, this character of Jaya was designed on me,
Uh,
my character and my skills as an actor and as a martial artist. And so Audrey wrote one of the main leads,
great.
girls, and that is Jaya. That's my journey.
And I'm really, uh, and I'm really impressed to know all these facts from
I
you.
think I was carrying the the confidence with me all the time because
Uh,
now I feel, Namita, nothing excites me, super excites me, or nothing
mm,
depresses me. I just go with life and I stand where I stand humbly. And this is, again, I feel that this is the start of my career again. So I'm now very fortunate that I'm going to
mm.
work in Hollywood, work in Bollywood, and work internationally everywhere. A script can take me everywhere, anywhere in the world, and I will just follow it. That's my idea. And even in Hindi, there are two people who are talking to me. I'm very excited about that too. But coming back to this, this was not enough. I was offered that, and then I came to into this was this was 2019. 2020 February, I came to India and I got stuck in COVID, and I was stuck.
Okay.
And then David called me in July saying we are shooting the film in London. I said, how can you shoot the film in London? It's just crazy COVID time. Like nobody is
Mm,
doing anything. We all were like literally was doing was sitting at
mm,
home. And so all these things happened, and then I kept training, and then the irony of life was that when London people were sending the letter to the UK embassy in India, they denied my visa. They totally denied my visa, saying embassy is shut.
then?
No, embassy is shut. We cannot
Oh,
get you visa.
okay.
And then my
Mm,
producer David is like, I can't help it. Who else will do Jaya? I cannot take anybody else. And then he started panicking, and Kelly, my director, started panicking. I'm like, guys, hold on, just give me like 48 hours time. I will figure out on my own to do it, because you might be sitting in London and trying to do this, or maybe in LA and trying to do that, but this is my country, and I know my country will stand with me somehow or the other. And then I had
Wow.
I had no idea how will that happen. So he said, okay, 48 hours time, then I have to cancel the tickets. And because first you take the tickets and then you go for visa, right? Any process, anywhere you go. So I said, all right,
Hmm.
David,
Hmm.
and they started looking for, they said we'll wait till 48 hours. I said, fine. And then the power of social media came in the picture. Oishi will send you the screenshot on the 4th of November. I tweeted to UK Embassy saying, I have signed a Hollywood film, please help me. They say, you can't get the visa. I don't know where to go, what to do. I can only, contact you, and please help me out. And we did a setting, my team did a setting where only UK Embassy could answer us.
Acha.
They did.
Okay.
And immediately they did check your inbox. So I checked the inbox and I said, um, they said, but we can figure out a urgent VVIP, whatever that visa is called, visa for you from Delhi, because UK embassy on a special visa from Delhi we can get it. We will try our best. I said, and while they were
Okay.
answering, I was whatever kapra dress I was wearing, I just my sports bag. I put everything together and all of it. And then I was like, I called my manager. I'm like, I'm running to the airport right now. Next flight to Delhi now. And then by the
Oh,
time
wow.
the airport, by the time I reached the airport, I got a Delhi flight, which was 1.5 hours late. I took that flight and
Acha.
I tweeted, I'm coming from the airport straight to the embassy. Until unless you give me the visa, I will not move. I will not go from.
Oh,
I told them this, all the tweets, but they were gracious enough. I from the airport, I did go to Connaught Place, the embassy, UK embassy place, and the head of UK embassy, he was outside, and he did receive me. I went inside. We did the biometrics. Then I was like, oh my god, I they're like, we are not sure that you'll get it on time. I said, I need this. I have to get this. So that this was Saturday. So sorry, Friday. And they said Friday. मुझे चाहिए था ये. They said, we're not sure Friday milega, but we're not sure you will get it, because and the time was passing by. And then I checked in Shangri-La, because that day, Friday, I did not get it. Saturday morning, I called my cousin Megha and I said, Bangla Sahib, chalo mere saath. And
Acha.
I went to Bangla Sahib and I kept praying and praying. And I was sitting by that pond there inside. I was
I know, I know. Sarovar. Sarovar.
I was like, please, please, I have nobody. Like, सबको सबकी जर्नी पता है दुनिया में. ऐसा नहीं है कि जर्नी पता नहीं है. मैं कोई फिल्म बैकग्राउंड से नहीं आती हूँ या कोई पावरफुल बैकग्राउंड से नहीं आती हूँ कि people will be like, okay, make 5 calls and things are done. Nothing is done. Everything is whatever is done till today for me. I have done it for myself. I I was praying there, and then I went inside and I was listening to Gurbani. I was sitting in the corner with my cousin sister. I said, and she had the phone. And I said, just tell me when the message comes that come and take your visa. Otherwise, don't give me the phone. I kept waiting. And in like, I think not even 10 minutes time, Megha comes and she says, Didi, visa ka message aa gaya, ab visa ready hai, chaliye. And I'm like,
क्या बात है.
I was only I could do was like I was literally crying. You know, I felt that there is.
That feeling actually.
I
I
felt
got
I felt that there is somebody who's over me, taking care of me also. Because उस वक्त
divine power.
हाँ, उस
Divine power.
वक्त तक ऐसा लग रहा था कि लाइक अकेले मैं कर करके ना वहाँ को वीजा ट्वीट करो वहाँ गो वहाँ. All I was doing was like I didn't know what I was doing. I was doing is that I had to do that. Who else
Uh,
would do that, right? So that was my feeling, And then, if you know, from Bangla Sahib to the UK embassy, UK visa is walking distance. So,
I know.
and then Megha said, "Didi, I will do a मैं Uber कर लेती हूँ, मैं कुछ कर लेती हूँ." मैंने कहा कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, walk करो मेरे साथ. So and she was fed up of me walking with him because हम लोग के लिए ये एक नया फ्रीडम, मास के अंदर एक नया फ्रीडम मिल गया हम लोगों को.
हाँ.
कहते कोई हमको पहचानता नहीं है और
हाँ.
इट्स अ डिफरेंट फीलिंग. मैंने बोला बस तुम ऐसा वॉक करो. I kept saying, you know, मेरे मन में गुरबानी बोलती जा रही थी और बांग्ला साहब को, बाबर जी को थैंक यू बोलती जा रही थी और मैं बोल रही थी बस कुछ गड़बड़ ना हो प्लीज देखिए. और सैटरडे हो चुका था, it was around 2 o'clock and it was half day for the visa, so it was the last that they were giving us the visa. And then I was walk and I went to the UK embassy and the visa was right there in the passport and they
Oh
had
wow.
and Mola. And I called up London. I said, get my flight to Mumbai right now. And then, you know, Sam, who was the assistant in London, he said, right now. And then 2 o'clock, I took the visa. I went to Shangri, took my saman, and 4:30 flight to Mumbai, and the same night, 1 o'clock flight to London. And that's how I reached London to shoot my film Never Back Down Revolt, which is the 4th edition of Never Back Down franchise by Sony Pictures.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so thrilled. मेरे अभी goosebumps हो रहे थे ये सारी बातें सुनने के बाद. But then मुझे like मैं खुद भी भगवान में बहुत विश्वास रखती हूँ. And I always believe कि there is someone on the top who is looking after or taking care of all of us. The power that is divine's power, I must say.
I totally believe in that, Namita. I think it's a process. Process is tough, but it's not impossible.
Neetu, I must ask about the look also. Matlab, people have transformed your look into an international personality. So, what was your first reaction when you looked at yourself in the movie?
Before I tell you that, I would like to officially thank Oishi because she's been leading the team. And first time when I got this look, I sent this look to Oishi and she's like, "Oh my God, this looks amazing." So you know, I find this whole family in my team, which is like really supporting me. Even this look, what happens at generally PRs and they always tell you to have a very glamorous look and you know look and especially when you're doing a Hollywood debut, they want. But you know, I think that's in passe. And you know, today we all talk about if I have been, you know, hired for my talent and my hard work and sincerity, I might as well not worry about what I'm looking like, you know. Looking is totally in the past. Looking the character part, looking the character of what has been offered to you and justifying the character, every bit was my focus. I think मैं उसको खरा ही उतर जाऊँ वही बहुत बड़ी बात थी मेरे लिए. I was just looking at every second कि Jaya ho na, Jaya ho. So all these, the character, the way my acting coach, Saxon trainer from LA, so Zoom call pe I used to party with her all the time. And after a point when I started like, you know, after 2 months of the whole thing, when we were in the 6th week of, you know, doing a coaching with her, I literally felt like Jaya. Literally felt like, you know, I was Jaya. And then my director came on board, and when I reached London, it was 1 degrees and bare feet shooting. And my clothes were like really thick clothes. So I was shivering all the time. And I was beaten up every day because it's a martial arts, sorry, it's an action movie. What do you expect? You know mentally that you will be beaten up. Like, no, not that they intend to do it, but hey, it's an action movie. You cannot
Somehow.
you cannot escape that, right? So in the whole movie, because of that, the look it is, Jaya is being captured, thrown in the dungeon for 1.5 years, where she's become the champion, guarding her best friend. So in the dungeon, she must have been beaten up a lot of times. So prosthetics were done where my cheeks were like swollen, my under eye bags were there, and my face is like this, my hair was all messy, but I didn't really care. I didn't even look at the mirror when Michael, our whole makeup hair designing, Sue Michael was our designer for makeup hair in London, and Sue was doing my makeup, prosthetics, putting like thick cheeks. You see the movie, my face like this and all of it, and they're all bruised and
Yes, I saw that.
yeah, bruised, blood, and everything here and all. I didn't even bother to see the mirror. I'm like, yeah, just do whatever it takes, whatever the director approves. So I don't remember looking at the mirror at all. All I was remembering was, okay, this is the sequence and this is what it is. I have to fight this. I have to do this. So I was looking at the performance, then looking at the what look I have, because I thought I actually ought to be very honest, Namita. I think this is my best look ever. Like I have never looked prettier than this anywhere in any other movies, whatever 20, 30 movies I've done. I don't think I've looked because, even Kelly, my director, who is a great vision, with her. Kelly said that you are bloody beautiful. She told me this because there was blood on my face all the time, and she
You are.
said you are bloody beautiful. You don't need to do anything to look beautiful because performance you give is so beautiful that any which ways you would look like that. I totally believe in the process of filmmaking and the professors of different departments. They are the professionals: makeup, hair, producer, director, stylist, and designer, and the whole story. So that's how it came out, and I think it's amazing. I love it.
So, did she give you any references that you watched this Hollywood movie or that Hollywood movie to take the references for your character?
Yeah, she told me. So we were sitting in London and we were like brainstorming on a couple of scenes, and we were like, we were like, Kelly, so what's the reference point? What do you think? So we started watching a lot of movies, and she said, with your big eyes and with your whole this thing, you should be watching on films like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Acha.
Smith, or that is a commercial angle on that. One second, I'll just tell you the same line. I had written a line which Kelly kept saying. Uh, so there was this movie of Denzel. There was this movie of Denzel Washington, and she was like, "You see the seriousness of Denzel Washington and his eyes and his eyes talk. You have that depth with the commercial angle of." So I was like, "Oh, all right." So we started watching all the movies of Denzel, and then, that's how. I think that night we watched like 3 or 4 films of Denzel, and in 2 days' time we were shooting, and all the time, if you see in the movie, I'm like, "Is she okay?" And she will come in my ears and she'll say, "Denzel." And Kelly also has a way of saying that if you have delivered something, and she'll come and she'll say, "Can you get this 7.283% up?" I'm like,
Oh, wow.
and I'm like, "What does that even mean, Kelly?" And she's like, "Just go up." Like, all right, okay. So there was this, I have to say, don't even talk about trying. You think we haven't tried? So I was like, and I just said it generally, and Kelly was like, 7.238% up. I said, okay. Don't even talk about trying. You think we didn't try? So, this is how we talk. And all the other actors also, I made friends with everyone, and they're such good girls, and even Michael Bittman and James Faulkner, they're amazing. Olivia was amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
Vanessa, Diana, who plays Valentina, I think I had a great time, and hats off to David Zalon for trusting me, for giving this opportunity. One, I got 3 standing ovation in throughout my shooting, and one day David called me around after the shoot, and he said, and I was like, "What did I do? Is he okay?" Because he was so busy all the time, he couldn't. He called me, and I'm like, "David, I just left the set. Is there anything you need me to do? What happened? Everything okay?" And he said, "Neetu, I did a blind bet on you, and I'm so glad I did that. Nobody in the world could play Jaya better than you ever." I said, "Can you say this in press?" He said, "Yes."
Oh, wow.
I said, "Okay, then I'm quoting you." And then when I was coming very soon, so I said, I was telling yesterday that I'm going to go to India and tell the whole world. My producer said this while I was shooting the movie. He said, "Yes, and if they want to take my interview, I'm ready to talk to you." So, these people with that kind of experience know who says it with so much confidence. And when you say so much confidence, then you have to perform as well, which what I did. So I'm very happy and excited. It's released in India. And I want everybody in India to watch it, to see that if you decide to do something, you can do it. I didn't even only fight in the movie. I fought my journey till the movie and then in the movie. And this is just the starting. And I'm here to stay. And I'm going to work on world platform, including my own India platform. And now I'm not stopping.
And I think David will make one movie on your journey from Delhi or Mumbai to London also.
I want that to be has written a story called Ladaku around me, because Ladaku is it's taken, but I want to change the definition of Ladaku. So whoever wants to make it, come on.
Achha, I want to ask you, Neetu, from where did you get that accent? Because somehow Hollywood people, like, their accent is different from what we speak, basically.
Yeah,
English-wise.
I have been coming here for 2-3 years, and मैं बहुत पैसे दिए हैं अपने accent को American बनाने के लिए, इसलिए I haven't got that. But I think that you need to have a global accent. You just don't have to have an Indian accent or an American accent or a British accent. You just need to have an accent which everybody understands. I'm sure everybody understands. मेरी थोड़ी सी accent है जो मैंने पैसे दे के सीखे है, वो डाल दिया मैंने Indian accent.
Training.
This is my accent, and I'm sure globally everybody would understand my accent. Sometimes I try to talk
Definitely.
British accent also. It's turned down by a lot of my friends. It's like, "Shut up, don't say anything." I'm like, "Would you like to have?" I am all ready for everything you tell me. And then they're like, "Okay, you're getting there. Work hard." Okay. So I think I'm having so much fun. It's such a group.
I would love to learn it from you. I would love
I learned
to learn this British accent from you.
On my acting accent. I think I am just having so much fun in my life, being an actor, because you get to learn so much. You never stop as an actor, as a human being. Your life changes in a different way. I love it. I'm thankful to God for my actor life. पता नहीं क्या कर रही होती.
So it's inside you, basically. So we are so looking forward for it, and we are so looking forward to see you on more platforms. In fact, world platforms that we have said in Bollywood, Hollywood. So एक इंटरव्यू मुझे लगता है उस पर भी प्लान करेंगे कि आपकी पूरी जर्नी जाने की, है ना?
जरूर, I'll be more than happy to tell you guys. And I started यहाँ पे university started calling me for as a motivational speaker. So I'm very happy that I'm the rise of underdog, I guess, and I am confident, not super confident. So please, guys, go watch Never Back Down, Revolt on Book My Show, iTunes, Google Play, and everywhere. And please tell me, I'm totally available to hear you guys. Tweet, Insta, जो करना करो. मुझे बताओ कि मेरा performance कैसा लगा. Namita, you have to watch it and tell me what do you think.
Definitely.
Tell me, because it means a lot.
I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to give you an honest review for that.
I want honest reviews, because Amazon here has given 5 stars. So I was like, okay, good.
Then my stars would be 10.
All right, I will wait for it.
Thank you so much. Neetu, for talking to us on Punjab Kesari Navade Times.
Thank you so much, Namita. I really appreciate your time.